Hey everyone, Architect Michael Huber. Trying a new camera out that actually follows me around while I move, so I'll try not to do this too much. But anyway, I hope everyone is well and safe. I want to update you on a new project we've got going. It's a new residential project. And I'll kind of skip over a few things. We developed a program, actually walked around and toured their own home so they could show me things they like and don't like, etc. And so we started off with a number of diagrams, of course, that relate to the site. So let me show you that. So here is a survey of the property. I believe it's about 10 acres, more or less an open field, but a lot of trees along the property line, and then farmstead views of horses and whatnot. So we've got, I did three basic concepts. Again, here are some of the diagrams that we started with, looking at, the bigger block pieces, the primary living, kitchen, dining spaces, the bedroom spaces. He wants a home office that would be kind of a hangout area as well for he and his buddies to watch hockey, etc., and wanted that connected but separate from the home, maybe by a link piece type of thing. So anyway, here are some of the diagrams that we started out with. Again, several different studies. It made sense to us that the home goes here because that is the higher rise on the property, and we'll have a road kind of following along the edge of the property line, coming across, and then actually a outbuilding or barn building down here, which also we're designing that'll be in keeping with the aesthetic that we're looking for here. And that aesthetic is they want kind of a modern farmhouse look. I think she's leaning more towards farmhouse and he's leaning a little more towards modern. So we'll kind of see how that develops as we move forward. Let's take a look at the floor plan studies. And as I always say, these look way more finished than they are. We're not concerned we've got every linen closet, etc. located. It's just sort of looking at the ideas and the relationships and what might make sense. And of course, I do try to, get things to somewhat of a scale and etc. So anyway, this is study A. And you can see we're looking at this sort of L shape. The road drive would come up from here. They'd like a large circular driveway. So we've got, the garage is one leg of the L and then the home. So we enter in to the dining, a large kitchen area with a large pantry right off of that, and then the living. So everything is all connected, all vaulted, which they really liked. And then here we've got a stair going down. We'll have a lookout or a walkout level with a family room, another bedroom or two, a bath, wine room, storage. So we'll get into all that later. Right now, I just want to look at this sort of main level plan. Then we've got a primary bedroom here, their daughter's bedroom. And they wanted some separation because he gets up early in the morning to work, and in their current house, the bedrooms are next to each other, and she inevitably wakes up while he's getting ready. So trying to add a buffer of the closets to add that separation. And then if we move down here, we have this connecting link piece that can help act as a separator, not only from the garage, but also his office and hangout area here. So we've got an office that we can slide a door, close off when people are over watching the game, a little bar area in there. And then we've got a mudroom, and they wanted not only a mudroom, but also storage room right off of the garage, as well as a bath. And we've got the laundry tucked here. Another big thing for them is outdoor entertaining area. That's what they currently have now, and they want it to be even bigger and better. And so on this concept, we've got this porch element. So you've got connection right from the main, living, dining, kitchen space to this area, as well as a connection, out from this hangout space to this area. And having it in this location does make the most sense because of the way the grade works, because we're not going to be at that lower level. We want to be more on that upper level. All right, so that was study A. If we look at a form of that, and as usual, the form can be anything. We really want to work out the plan first, and then we can always adjust the form or go back and forth to get it the way we want. So I'm always hesitant to show people the form, because then they'll kind of relate the form to the plan, and that's really not the case in a way. But it does help with discussions and get those juices flowing on the exterior aesthetic. So here is the property. We did, import the actual site survey, so we can get contours, so you can kind of see a little bit, not a huge amount of grade change. They've got this pond here. Here's where their barn would be. So you drive here and approach the home from this spot here. So in this scheme, you can see we've got that L shape. We have the link piece connecting the garage, his office area. But looking at traditional, agrarian forms, 12-12 pitch with sheds, kind of a formal entry as we spin around the back. You can see we have these little covered porches that then would lead out to this entertaining area. All right, so let's look at study B, plan B here. Okay, so here we have, still this L shape, but now we've really pulled the office space away and have another link to that. Again, really liked the idea of separating it, as far as possible, so that he can concentrate on work, as well as, I guess he and his buddies can get a little rowdy watching hockey, so further might be better. All right, so here we've got an entry porch element. You walk right into the living room space, the dining. They did say, it might be kind of nice to have a banquette or built-in dining table versus just a table floating somewhere. So that's what I'm showing here. The kitchen area, fireplace, television, all that. Stair, and then the primary bedroom suite area. But here, just for discussion purposes, I separated and put one of the bedrooms on an upper level to, again, help with that sound and not waking up the child. So if we go through this link, pantry, guest bath, the mud, that storage area, and then his office space, which would be in a loft, up some steps, a little loft that overlooks this hangout area. They do want to have a Murphy bed within the hangout space, because apparently sometimes people like to crash after a game. So we'll have to incorporate that into it as well. So if we look at the form idea on that one, okay, so here's the approach. Again, traditional farm forms. The scale as you approach seems smaller, but then as you spin around, you see, oh, it's actually got an extra building out here, which is his office. And so as you spin around, you can kind of see now we've got the utility building, the main house, and then his office building separated by this link, and then with the patio area out there. So they, really kind of like that idea. All right, so if we look at main level plan study C, so here, called it the W scheme. Separated the bedroom area, the private sleeping quarters, a link, then the main public space, and then a link, and then the office garage utility space, and tried to splay them a little bit to open up the home towards the road as you enter. So you come up here, we've got a covered deck, we've got the pantry, the entry, the stair kind of all pulled to the north side. And then the main sort of hall with these connecting links. You walk through here, a little wine bar, into the living room, dining room, kitchen, large island here. One thing I liked about this particular scheme is that instead of being linear facing the south, now we're kind of piercing that direction facing the south, which would give us or allow us to have windows, more windows along the living room to get kind of a 180-degree view. Then we've got the mudroom, storage, the kind of hangout area, and then a spiral stair going up to his office loft above here. Not a big fan of spiral stairs, but staircases take up a lot of space. And so, again, wanted to throw that out there as an idea. All right, so if we look at a form on that, here's the approach. You can see that it's splayed as we spin the home around. Now you're seeing that we've got, windows on the side, so you can get more of a 180-degree view, that patio area, etc. So they really like this scheme, but yet they liked the plan of A and B. I kind of like the plan of A and B as well, but I did like this idea of splaying it. So anyway, we will move forward. I'll update you, in a bit in the next video on the direction they picked and how we're developing it. But in the meantime, I appreciate you watching the videos, and we'll talk soon.